Howdy folks, Brian with BG Model Workshop, and we want to say thank you to Joe Neff over at Mad Genius Productions. Joe, you've been a really good sport all this time while we've been kind of teasing about the entry of your show there. And the explanation that you posted summed everything up perfectly, so thanks for doing that. So today we're doing changing of the card. So long, Joe, you're going to go into the binder of heroes for future generations to enjoy. And we're now going to honor Mr. Kenny over at Mindless Model Works, also known as Moonwalker Models. And I was very happy to get this card because I hadn't gotten one from Kenny earlier, and he had a few of the vintage style laying around. I don't know if he's going to be doing a new shop card or not, but Mindless Model Works, aka Moonwalker Models. If you're not subscribed to him, you don't like model building. Give him a check out, folks. Alright, so Project High Life Hauler. Got the body on the chassis, got the interior in the body, got windows that tend to stay in place, but not always. We're having a little bit of an issue with that. Don't know what's going on with the glue. Usually the technique that we use for putting the windows in works just fine, but it's not really working out for us right now. Got the engine bay fairly well finished off. We just need to do the radiator hose, but we are waiting to do that because, let's see if I can pick this up without losing windows. We got a little bit of a gap right there. You see where the floor pan comes up to meet the firewall? A little bit of a gap there, and we're going to have to clamp and glue this. So when we do that, that's going to change the angle. BG, where the hell are you? There you are. It's going to change the angle of the water hose. So we're going to wait till that's done being clamped and glued to go ahead and finish that bit off there. So at least I'm thinking that far ahead. We found out why the bed wasn't fitting quite right, and as I had mentioned in the past, this is an eBay purchase kit. This mounting lug right here is actually filed down lower than this mounting lug here. So I thought we had a twist in the frame. It turns out that the mounting lugs are different. So we're going to build up the one on the passenger side a little bit so that we can get that bed to fit on there nice and square. And speaking of the bed, thank you everybody for your kind words and support. I was having a bit of a bad day there, and all of your kind words and support gave me the drive to go ahead and finish this off. So I haven't done anything other than followed a couple of your suggestions, which was do a black wash over the bed rails and the bed, and that was the missing link to the chain of perfection. So this is I haven't done anything other than just do a black wash over the bed. That brought out the bolt detail, it brought out the wood grain detail. It toned down the wood grain coloring that we used, and it also toned down the bright work for the bed rails, or the stainless strips that were supposed to be in there. So yeah, that looks the part. That's awesome. Thank you very much for that. That was the one thing that I was missing. So we got the back end detailed up here a little bit. We're waiting to put the tailgate in, which will happen after we mount the bed because we don't want to be fussing with it and break that off by accident. So that's going to be one of the last things we're going to do. We got our hood detail with our turn indicators done. I might do another. I did that with the Tamiya transparent orange, so I might go back and do another coat of those because they're not as bright as I want them to be. And then we got our front grille. Yeah, that looks pretty sweet. Got our front grille done up real nice. So right now we're just kind of waiting. This back window keeps falling out, so we have that in place intact, and we're waiting for that to cure up because we're using some what is this stuff? Some of this tester stuff here. And the weather's pretty dry today, so that's probably going to dry out pretty quickly. And then when that gets done, then we'll address the the little bit of the fitment issue with the frame. I think that's why this wheel wasn't fitting on here quite right, because when we put it all together in mock-up, this wheel seems like it's too low, which is making the whole thing kind of sit weird and giving it some trouble and stuff. So we're hoping that that fixes that problem there. And then we can move on to final assembly, and then we can put on our exhaust bits and everything, and then have this thing buttoned up. So I was hoping to get this done today so we could do a nice final review and then post it, but that's where we're at. A little bit of a couple steps forward, one step back, or a half a step back, or something like that. So you know how it is. All right, folks, take it easy. Everybody have a great week. Look forward to seeing some of you in chats that are coming up. And again, Moonwalker Models, give them a shout. Check them out. All right, boys and girls, talk to you later. Bye now.